Okay, we have the Trump press conference sound bites, and I'm going to get to them here in just a moment, but I want to take at least one more call right now, maybe two. We go to Chicago. This is Danette. I'm glad you called. Hi.
Rod, I love you, I love you, I love you. But I have to say, you really make me angry when you start making fun of animal lovers.
I don't make fun of animal lovers.
Okay, just now when you were talking about that gal from PETA, you were making fun of what she was saying.
She's a liberal. She is not an animal lover. She's a leftist who is interested in the advancement of the liberal agenda by her attitude toward humanity and its insignificance and its cruelty and so forth. Believe me, PETA is a left-wing liberal organization using animal rights, just like feminism is a bunch of liberals using women's issues to advance the leftist agenda.
Okay, but Rush, I am not a liberal by any means. I'm a big Trump fan, and I'm a big animal lover. I've got my own pet.
So am I. I'm the biggest animal lover you ever met.
Okay, this gorilla got killed because of why? Human error. No matter how you look at it, human error. I don't humanize animals, but you know what? Someone's got to stick up for them, and someone does have to give them rights.
I just did. I just did. I pointed out the gorilla was bothering nobody. The gorilla was doing what gorillas do, is minding its own business. It was in its home, and all of a sudden, a human 4-year-old drops in there.
Absolutely. And okay, now what's going to be the question? The zoo wasn't taking precautions enough. There wasn't a high enough wall. This is such bullcrap with these children going.
Wait a minute. You may not have heard, but the Cincinnati police are looking into criminal charges against the zoo.
And on Fox News this morning, they said there were not going to be any charges. Parents were going to be cleared. You know what? It's just...
No. Wait. Not against the parents. The zoo. Precisely because the 4-year-old was able to fall in there.
Okay, see, and that's what I mean. When is it going to be the parents' responsibility? I don't know what the frick the mother was doing.
Forget that. That's not going to happen.
This is why the generation of kids is ending up to be the generation of what they are. Because it's never their fault. It's never the parents' fault. And again, I am so much for animals. I felt so bad for this gorilla. Like you said, he was just doing his own thing. And I'm one of those animal crazy people where if there's a person on the side of the road that's injured and there's an animal on the side of the road that's injured, the person is screwed with me. That's all there is to it. Because I just think people make their own decisions, and a lot of times, Rush, they're very evil. They're very evil. And with this gorilla, I just felt really,
You're making my point. What you're doing here is understandable. You're looking at the animal. In your example, you got an injured animal on the side of the road. We don't know how it got there. And we've got an injured human being on the side of the road. And your default position is to go check out the animal. You know why? Because it's the essence of innocence. The human being had a choice whether or not to get in an accident is going to be on the side of the road. The animal, it's just along for the ride, and it's not its fault no matter what. And it can't take care of itself, so you've got to go help it. Right?
Absolutely, and I feel very strong about that. So if people want to call me crazy, so be it, but I hold no bones about that. All my clients even know who I am and how I am with animals.
Nobody's calling you crazy. It's just that
they're going to get phone calls on this. You know this.
Well, maybe. So, I can handle that.
But you know what? I love you. I told Mr. Snerdley I love you to death. So I really, really
Well, you can rest assured that there's no bigger animal lover than me. I have 3 dogs. I've got this little cat. But even aside from that, I have... The reason I know how you feel about animals is I feel the same way about them. But when it comes down in the gorilla case situation, it's just one of these unfortunate things. There was no way that anybody was going to get that gorilla to hand over the baby. If I guess you, in that circumstance, value the gorilla's life more than the baby's because the parents are the ultimate responsibility. Kid wouldn't have fallen in there if the parents had been paying attention, so the parents need to pay the price. The gorilla doesn't. That's your view.
Well, this is how I feel. You heard the mother on the tape, Mommy's here, Mommy's here. What the good frick was Mommy 2 minutes ago before the kid fell in? Right. Where was Mommy?
Mommy was looking at cotton candy vendor. I don't know what. But
and again, that's just my view. I love you, Rush, but animals are in my world, and sometimes I just feel you're condescending to animal lovers. So
I am not condescending to animal. I am condescending to PETA. I am condescending to people who use people's natural love for animals as a way to advance the liberal agenda. Look, if you want to understand me, Danette, if you want to be able to, if you're ever confused of what I say, what I mean, understand, it's always my belief that there's politics in everything, and I am opposed to liberalism. And I am opposed to the seductive ways that liberalism corrupts people, innocent people, into assuming positions that are detrimental to American society and culture and the country at large. And the left has got all these disparate groups. They've got animal rights groups. They've got PETA. They've got environmentalist wackos. They've got feminists. This is how they do it. And every one of these groups ends up, you'll notice who's to blame for it. It's always humanity, usually conservative human beings or Republican human beings. It's human beings destroying the planet when I don't think we have the ability to. We don't have the ability to destroy the... If a president ordered the world's most intelligent scientists to destroy the ozone, they couldn't do it. If the president or the Pope ordered the smartest scientists in the world to destroy the climate of the earth, they could not do it. They wouldn't know where to begin. And yet we're told every day that we're doing it, and we're caused by what? Advancing in progress in our lives. And it's BS. It is utter, total BS, and it's one of the many webs of deceit that has been woven into the fabric of our society by the American and international left to advance their agenda of big government control over all people, because people don't know what's best. People don't know what's important. People don't know how to take care of themselves or others. People are selfish. People are this. People are that. And I resent the heck out of it. I do not make fun of animal lovers. I understand them. I try to protect them from getting lassoed into some liberal agenda that they don't understand and end up promoting and advancing while they're not even aware that they're doing it. And it just it gets absurd sometimes. But I have a reference for animals. I don't spend a lot of time talking about it here because it never comes up. But I do not make fun of animal lovers. I am one. I make fun of and I try to expose liberalism everywhere it is lurking. And it lurks. It's always behind the scenes and underneath the surface. It's never, ever out in the open. It couldn't survive if it were. So never forget that. Next time you hear me ripping into or making fun of what you think is an animal lover, stop and think for a moment, what is Rush really saying here? And take it beyond what you think it is. Understand that there's always going to be a political component because politics is part of everything. Whether people like it or not, want to admit it or not, that's the truth.